Hey guys, today's lesson is on multiplying polynomials. So this is a little bit different than what you did in the last lesson. So you've got, most of these are going to be multiplying two binomials. That's what's on the first page. So they give you a couple of examples on how to go about multiplying binomials, and one of them is called the FOIL method, and that stands for first, outer, inner, and last. And you can pause this video if you'd like and read over that FOIL method. That's actually how I learned to do it when I was in school, but I'm going to show you a different way that's not described up here. And so let's just get to that. So you're going to multiply, I'm going to look at number one, the quantity x plus 2 times the quantity x plus 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to think of this as, we're going to do the box method. Let's do it that way. So I'm going to draw in a box, and I'm making a 2 by 2 box. And I'm making a 2 by 2 box because there are two terms here and two terms here. Okay, and I'm going to label x and then positive 2, x and then positive 3. Okay, so this box is x plus 2, or that side, and this side would be the x plus 3 side. And then I'm just going to multiply. So I'm doing x times x, which is x squared. Then I'm going to do x times 2, which is 2x. Then I'm going to do 3 times x, that's 3x. Then I'm going to do 3 times 2, which is going to give me 6. And the reason I do this, the reason I did it this way is because now I've got all the terms. I have x squared, 2x, 3x, and 6. So I'm going to add all those terms together. So that's x squared, and then that 2x and 3x can be combined. So that's plus 5x plus 6. So when you multiply those two binomials together, you would end up with x squared plus 5x plus 6. So this box method is kind of explaining, if you think of it like the distributive property, it's an extenuation of the distributive property. And then if you were thinking about, if you wanted to find the area of this entire rectangle or square, then you would have the area of this piece is x squared, right? The area of this piece is 2x. The area of this piece is 3x. And the area of this piece is 6. So the area of the entire thing would be the sum of all four of those pieces. Okay? Let's look at number 2. So I'm going to do the box method. I'm making a 2 by 2 box because I have two binomials. So I'm going to let this be x, and then that can be the negative 4. This can be x, and then positive 1. So when I multiply, I'm going to do x times x, and that's going to give me x squared. Then I'm going to do x times negative 4, and that gives me negative 4x. Then I've got 1 times x, which would be 1x, or just x, and then 1 times negative 4, which is negative 4. All right, now you can combine your like terms. So you're only looking, right, at these four pieces. So I've got an x squared term, and then I'm doing negative 4x plus x. So that would be negative 3x, and then the minus 4. That's it. Let's do another one. So I'm going to do x minus 6 times x minus 2. And it doesn't matter if I put the x minus 6 on that side or if I wrote x minus 6 right here. It doesn't matter. Just pick one, okay? So I'm going to do x minus 6 there, and then this one I have to be the x minus 2. All right, so now I'm going to do x times x, which gives me x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. Negative 6 times x would be negative 6x. And then negative 6 times negative 2, which would be positive 12. Now, I have the x squared term, and then these two, notice they're always diagonal, are like terms. So negative 6x plus negative 2x is negative 8x, and then 12 is positive, so plus 12. So it will be x squared minus 8x plus 12. Okay? Let's try just a few more. Let's do number 4 before I send you off on your own. Okay, so I'm going to make that box. So I've got p, then negative 4, p, and then 2. So p times p is p squared. P times negative 4 is negative 4p. 2 times p is 2p. And then I'm going to do 2 times the negative 4, which is negative 8. So that leaves me with p squared. Then I'm doing negative 4p plus 2p. So that would be negative 2p, so minus 2p, and then minus 8. That's simple, okay? We'll do one more together. So number 5, I've got y plus 5 times y plus 2. Okay, so y plus 5, y plus 2. Y times y is y squared. Y times 5 is 5y. 2 times y is 2y. And 2 times 5 is 10. So that's y squared. 5y plus 2y is 7y. And then plus 10. Okay, so now it's going to be your turn. Okay, so I want you to do 6. Let's do 6 through 12. So pause the video and do 6 through 12. Oh, scratch that. Before you do that, I want you to write the word skip. So you can skip over 13 through 18. So pause the video and do 6 through 12 now. Okay guys, welcome back. So hopefully you understood this box method. Pause the video, check over your answers. Make sure you've got your work shown and not just answers. Okay, so pause the video now. Great. Again, jot down any questions, anything you're not understanding so that you can bring it to my attention. All right, we're going to go to the next page. And the next page, it's still on multiplying polynomials, but if you look at the problems that they've got here, they're not just binomials, right? So let's go over these. So we're going to just look at the very first problem. And this time you've got a binomial, right, times a trinomial. So what do I do now? Well, you can still use the box method. You just need a 2 by 3 or a 3 by 2, depending on how you want to draw it. All right, so I'm going to make my box. Actually, let me extend that line a little bit more. There we go. So there's my 2 by 3. All right, so x and the plus 2 have to go on that side based on how I drew it. So this is going to be x squared minus 2x plus 1. So I'm going to do just like I did before. X times x squared, which would be x cubed. X times negative 2x, so that's negative 2x squared. Then x times 1, which is 1x, or just plain x. 2 times x squared, so that would be 2x squared. 2 times negative 2x, so that's negative 4x. And 2 times 1, which is 2. Now I'm going to combine my like terms. So if you'll notice, these are like terms and these are like terms. All right, so I've got the x cubed, and then I've got negative 2x squared plus 2x squared. So they've actually, those just canceled out, right? All right, then I've got x and negative 4x. So think of it as negative 4 plus 1, or 1 plus negative 4. So that's negative 3x and then plus 2. So that's it for number 1. All right, let's just go straight down. Let's look at number 3. Let's do another one similar to that. So I've got a binomial times a trinomial, right? So I'll do that again. I'm going to make a 2 by 3 box. So that's 2x minus 1. That's x squared minus x plus 2. So I'm going to do 2x times x squared, which would be 2x cubed. 2x times negative x is negative 2x squared. 2x times 2, 4x. Now I'm going to do negative 1 times x squared, so that would be negative x squared. Negative 1 times negative x is positive x, and negative 1 times 2, negative 2. All right, so I've got 2x cubed, and then I've got, if I look at these two terms, negative x squared, so think of it as negative 1x squared, plus negative 2x squared. Well, negative 1 plus negative 2 is negative 3. So minus 3x squared, then x plus 4x is plus 5x minus 2. Okay? All right, so let's skip down to number 11. Okay, so we're going to look at number 11, and this time you've got 2 trinomials being multiplied together. So this time make a 3 by 3 box because each set of parentheses has 3 terms. Oh, that's probably 2. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to do n squared 2n negative 1, then n squared n, and then 2. And then I'm just going to fill it in. So I'm going to start off with n squared times n squared, which would be n to the 4th, n squared times 2n, which is 2n cubed, n squared times negative 1 is negative n squared. Now I'm going to do n times n squared, which would be n cubed, n times 2n, 2n squared, n times negative 1, negative n. Now 2 times n squared, which would be 2n squared, 2 times 2n is 4n, and finally 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Now what you'll notice here is that these are like terms, these are like terms, and then these are like terms. See how it kind of makes it a little easier? So I've got my n to the 4th plus 3n cubed. And then I've got, let's see, 2n. So 2 plus 2 is 4 minus 1. So that would be 3 plus 3n squared plus 3n minus 2. Okay. So now I think we're going to let you do some. I want you to do 5, 7, 9, and 13. And then I want you to skip over the evens. You don't need to do the evens, okay? So I want you to pause the video, do 5, 7, 9, and 13, and then we'll check. Okay, welcome back. So now that you've had a chance to try some on your own, let's go ahead and check over those. So here's number 5 and number 7. So go ahead and pause the video and make any necessary corrections. Okay, there's number 9 and number 13. Okay, and then one other thing, do make sure that you write the word skip over those even numbered problems so that when I go back and look at this and grade it, I'll know that that was an intentional decision. Okay, if you have questions about how to do any of these problems, as always, you need to bring them to my attention so that I can assist you. All right, so you're ready to go ahead and work on your independent practice. Good luck.